See, guys, am I audible? Yeah. See, in last class, we were discussing about some project. What was that project? Face mask detection using deep learning, otherwise convolutional neural networks. Your deep neural networks. We are using deep learning technique. We are using convolutional neural networks, right? So for those who have missed my last class, I'll be briefing my last class. Next, I'll be continuing the remaining part of the project in this class. See here, what is my ultimate aim in this project? See here, if I am see if I am showing this picture to computer through webcam or any other device. See, if I make it into independent device also, if I am going to show this picture, it has to identify this picture as like no mask. In this picture, I am not wearing any mask. So the system has to identify what the particular person, the person in the picture is not wearing the face mask. Suppose if I am showing this second image to the system, it has to identify like this particular person is wearing mask. It has to differentiate between mask and no mask. See what I am expecting from the system, what I am expecting from the computer. It has to tell me that if I am showing this picture, it has to show this box. Red indicates that no mask. See, if we zoom this picture, here it will be written like no mask and the accuracy also. Here, if I am showing this picture, it has to identify like this person is wearing mask and with accuracy, with 100% accuracy, I am giving this result. It has to show that. So input will be this, output will be this, right? Here, input will be this and output will be this. So I have to make the system like this. See, whenever I am giving this image as input, it has to show me like this, no mask, right? We can use this system like in biometric attendance systems or public monitoring systems. If we go to metro train, it has to issue some ticket, right? See, if we are wearing mask, then only it has to issue the ticket. Otherwise, it should not issue the ticket. Whenever we are going to ATMs for withdrawing the money, whenever we are wearing the mask, the ATM has to recognize that we are wearing the mask. It has to give the money. Otherwise, it has to reject our card. That is the ultimate aim of this project. We are doing this with some type of artificial intelligence. What is that exactly? It is deep learning. We are using deep learning. We are using convolutional neural networks. Otherwise, you can call it as deep neural networks. For doing that, what we have to use, see, this is what we are going to use here, right? First, we have to convert our image into some numerical values. Why? Because any computer or any network will not understand these colors and all. It will not understand brightness. It will not understand red, green, black, white, anything it will not understand. So we have to give input like any numerical values, zeros and ones, like then only it can understand that. So here, up to here, it converts the input image into some numerical values. So here, the numerical values from the image. See, this image will be converted like 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, like this. These values will be given as input here, input here, to the what? deep neural network. To what? Deep neural networks. So at the output, what it has to give? It has to give like mask, no mask. Mask, no mask. That will be the output, right? Yes or no. Simply. Mask means yes. No mask means no. In simple terms, I am saying. See, so what should we do? See, basically, when we take a deep neural network like this, it will be empty. Suppose if we buy a new laptop, initially the laptop will be blank. After that, they install operating system. After that, we can load our images, we can load our songs, we can load our videos and all. Right. Initially, it will be blank, right? So here also, initially, if we take this neural network, it will be blank. We have decided like, we are giving 10 number of inputs. We need only 2 number of outputs. According to that, in previous class, I have explained like, these are called input nodes, these are called output nodes. In between, we can call this as hidden nodes, right? According hidden nodes. So according to our requirement, we have to program this. Initially, the deep neural network we have built, let us assume we have built hardware. Now we have to build what? Software. See here how we are building this. In the introductory classes, I told you that here in artificial intelligence, we we follow a method called teaching. We follow a method called learning, right? We don't do hard programming. We need not to write 100 lines of code. We need not to write 1,000 lines of code. It is like just showing a cat images to a kid and tell him that this is cat, this is cat, this is cat. Same thing here also. We have to teach this deep neural network. We have to teach this. See, how will you teach? I'll tell you. How will you teach? See, see what what is there in our project. It has to identify that a person, whether a person is wearing a mask or not wearing a mask. See, here we have to teach our deep neural network like by showing all these masks, all these images. Suppose it is around, I have trained this deep neural network by taking some 600 odd number of images. All these are images are with the mask, right? Everywhere in every photo the person is wearing mask. So I have to teach the machine, teach the deep neural network by showing all these images. I am showing 600 images. Like if anybody is wearing something like this on his mouth, it is called with the mask. And I have trained a deep neural network without that mask. If somebody is not wearing something on his mouth, on her mouth, that means it is this. We can call this as without mask. See, see, simple thing. A 3-year-old kid doesn't know anything about cat, right? See, he is not having any knowledge about cat. See how it has gone, how old it is, how to call this as cat, what is the spelling of cat, if it is having tail, what I have to call, if it is big, what I have to call. He might not having all this knowledge. By simply showing that image to the 3-year kid, we keep on telling him that this is cat, this is cat, this is cat. Same thing here also by showing all these images. See, the machine will not care whether this person is from America, whether this person is from Africa or India or from China. It just recognize a face with a mask, with a piece of cloth or without piece of cloth. So by showing these 600 images, I have trained the machine like what? No mask. After training, whenever you come across any person like this, you have to tell me that the person is not wearing mask. You have to give me the output like no mask. So I have trained the machine by showing 600 images with mask and the 600 images without mask. After that, I have to see in the process of training what happens. See what happens. See, in the process of training, generally, if we take any neural network, here number of nodes will be there, number of hidden nodes will be there, hidden nodes will be there, hidden nodes will be there. Initially, before training, what happens? This each node will be assigned with some numerical value like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4.5, 6, 7. Every node will be assigned with some numerical value. This numerical value can be called as weight. See, initially, how we are fixing this value? This is somewhat we follow different methods for initializing that. We will not follow blindly, right? If you want to study more about that, you initializing the weights of deep neural network. Such with that, there are different methods in some other algorithm. These weights will be assigned like 0, 0, 0s. These weights will be assigned like root 2, root 2, root 3, root 3. There are different methods. Initially, we are going to fix some numerical value. After that, what happens? After starting the training, initially we have fixed some value which can be called as weight. After what we are doing, we are going to train this neural network with training. In the training, what happens? See, whenever you go to market, you ask for some 1 kg aloo or potato or bangalore by anything. What they do, they keep some balance, right, for measuring the weight. Initially, they put alus here, right? For balancing this level, they keep 1 kg stone here. See, if it is not balanced, what they do? They add one more aloo, right? Even then it is not balanced. What they do? They remove one more aloo. After that, they add one more aloo. Still, if it is not balanced, what happens? They add some 50 gram stone here, right? 50 gram stone. This is balancing the weights. Same mechanism will happen here also. Here, not single weight. Here, number of weights will be there. Each time, see here, when we are going to train with lot of images, these weights will be changed. See, if they put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after passing one image, right? This weight has to increase 1.2. This weight will be decreased like 1.9, 3.1, 4.1. See, why it has to increase and decrease? I already told you regarding activation function. Each network will be assigned with some activation function. Activation function means just like if your temperature crossed 100 degrees and 100 degree Fahrenheit, you have to take Dolo 650. So whenever the temperature crosses 100 degrees Fahrenheit, you have to consume some tablet. That is activation function. Here also, whenever the particular pixel of an image, see, suppose if there is some less color here, like very small lighter color, the 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 network should not take that as input. See, suppose the pixel value is 0.0001. It should not take that value, right? So according to some activation function, these weights will be balanced. See, see here what the thing is, in case of training, the network knows input as well as output. It knows the input, it knows the output, right? We are not hiding anything. We are showing the image and we are telling that it is with the mask. We are showing the image and we are telling that this is without mask. So it takes the input, it processes the input according to the activation function, right? See, when the when the inputs come towards output, it knows the output also. See, suppose some let us say these two are merged. Yes, suppose here there are four nodes, but in our project we need not to have four nodes. How many we should have? We should have only two. One is yes, second one is no, right? So suppose our image is coming here. The network knows whether he is wearing the mask or not wearing the mask. Okay, he is wearing the mask. Yes, it is showing right. Suppose even if he is wearing the mask, if it is coming from this node, it knows that no is here, no has to come here. Without mask, it has to come here, but even he is wearing mask, it is coming here. Then what it has to do? It has to adjust this weight, it has to increase the weight. So suppose after processing 600 input images, 600 with mask, 600 without mask, after processing all these 1200 images, these weights will be increased, will be decreased, it will be adjusted. See, even if it is not adjusted like this, there is a conflict like 1.1 kg or 1.2 kg, it takes the average, not exactly average, it follows some mechanism, it will be adjusted to 1.15, 1.15. The weights will be adjusted. So with all these 1200 images, we have prepared this network for our project. Okay, this is totally trained. Okay, trained. How can you believe? See, up to now, what we have done? We have done training. So I can say it is trained. It has been trained. See, how can you believe that? How can you use that? So, for believing that, we have to do testing. We have to do testing. See, in this artificial intelligence, this deep learning or machine learning will not get, will not test the network from the outside. How will you test this? See here. See, I have been telling you that saying you like 600 images every time. but actually it is not 600 images. Suppose if we are having 600 images for training, see in this 600 images we take 20 images as per your wish. We will use only 580 images. See, these 20 images will hide, will not give these 20 images to the network for training. We'll hide these 20 images for other purpose. Here also with the mask also will not give 600 images. See, we'll give only 580. We'll hide this 20 images. Like whenever you ask something to your mother, what she does, see, she hides something. See, if there are 10 biscuits, she hide one biscuit. She feeds you with 9 biscuits, right? See, after completion of 9 biscuits, if you ask her, she will give that 10th biscuit. Up to then, she will not reveal that. Same thing here also. If there are 600 images, you will not consume the 600 images. You will consume only 580 for the training purpose. We'll hide these 20 images in case of with mask or without mask. Even if we take this breast cancer data set, see if I am having 1 second, be on it.
అదే రాకేష్ రాలేదు మరుస్తాను ఇంకా ఇంత కేక్ ఇస్తే
Hello. Okay, so we are hiding these 20 images. We are using those images for what? Testing purpose. So in this breast cancer data set also, if we are having 1000 patient details, we will not use 1000 patient details for the training. We use like 960. We hide 40 for the testing. Why we are hiding only this 40? Randomly we will hide that, not initial 40 or not remaining 40. In between, randomly we hide that. For choosing randomly also, the machine will follow some kind of mechanism. If we study that, we will understand this. See, why we have to take from this data set itself. See, why? Because for testing means what? Like suppose if you want to test a balance, see, we go to some kirana shop for purchasing some rice item or anything. See, he kept some electronic balance there. We have some doubt whether his balance is working properly or not. Kirana shop wala. Then what we do? We have to place our phone here. See, we may have some idea about our phone. Like if we purchase Samsung this particular model, it will be some, it will have some 60 grams of weight. 60 grams of weight. If we place this, if it is showing 60 grams, that means it is working properly, right? We can believe that balance. Same thing here. We have some patient details. Suppose let us take this particular patient details. What happens? See, we know whether this particular person is having cancer or not. We have that idea, we have that data. See, so by giving this data, we have to test our machine. Suppose if it is showing right, then we can proceed with that machine. If it is not showing that, we cannot believe that. Again, we retrain it with by increasing the number of data, by taking another data like this. Here also I told you, like, we hide some images, right? After that hiding, after training, we are moving. Now we are moving towards what? Testing phase. See, testing phase. See, suppose we give this image in testing phase. I told you that we are hiding 20 images. In the 20 images, we are giving one by one image. We are not telling the machine, we are not telling the deep neural network whether it is with the mask or without mask. Up to now, in the training phase, we are giving images and we are telling the machine whether he is wearing mask or not wearing mask, with mask or without mask. Now what we are doing in testing phase, we are not telling the machine about the output, whether this image is with mask or without mask, right? We are giving this. So here, after in the testing page, we are giving these images. Here, image number 1, image number 2, image number 3. Here it will show whether it is with the mask, without mask. So with how many images we are testing this? See, from with the mask 20 images, without mask 20 images, 40 images. See, in these 40 images, whether it is with the mask or without mask, we have that knowledge. We have that knowledge. We know the output. So first image with the mask. Okay. Second image with the mask, without mask. Okay. We test 40 images whether it is saying right or wrong. See, according to the testing, according to outputs noted at this in the testing page, we estimate the system, we estimate the deep neural networks whether it is performing right or wrong, whether it is performing right or wrong. See, how can you estimate that? For that also, there are some calculations according accuracy, precision, true, all these parameters with we estimate that. Suppose if there is accuracy of 98%, we can believe that. If there is accuracy of 50%, will not be using that system. Suppose if we are going to take corona vaccine, you have to ask like what is the accuracy. If it is above 90%, you can take that vaccine, whether it is Pfizer or Sputnik or what, Covishield or Covaxin. Suppose a vaccine from America, Uganda is having accuracy of 50%. Will you use that? No. Here also same thing. So how to calculate accuracy? See here. How to calculate this accuracy? For that calculation, we need true positive, false positive, false negative, true negative. See guys, if it is out of time, I'll be sharing the link again. After sharing the link, I'll hardly take some 10 to 15 minutes. I'll be winding up within 2:30. Why? Because I'm having one more class at 2:30. So after you joining in that class, I'll be taking your attendance. I'll be telling you regarding the project also. Right. So what is this true positive, false positive, false negative, true negative? Suppose let us say I am going for testing, COVID-19 testing. I am going for what? COVID-19 testing. Suppose I am infected, I have infected with COVID-19. Let us say in first case, I am going for what? Testing. What happened to me? I have infected with COVID positive. Right. If I have gone for testing, in the test report, if it is showing positive, I'm having positive and it is also showing positive, then it can be called as true positive. True positive. Next case, I'm having COVID-19. I have gone for the test. It is not showing positive. It is showing what? Negative. It is showing what? Negative. Then it can be called as false negative. I'm having positive, but it is showing what? Negative. So it can be called as false negative. Suppose if I am not having COVID-19, I have gone for test. If it is showing positive, it can be called as false positive. I am not having COVID-19. I have gone for the test. It is showing positive. Means what? False positive. See, sorry. It suppose if I am not having COVID-19, I have gone for test. It is showing negative means true negative. If I am not having COVID-19, if I have gone for the test, if it is showing still positive, then it is what? False positive. False positive. See, so in these two scenarios, in these four scenarios, what are the correct? True positive is correct. True negative is correct. Remaining two are what? Fake one. So this matrix, if we draw these readings in terms of a matrix, this matrix can be called as confusion matrix. Suppose I told you about 40 images. In 40 images, 20 are with mask, 20 are without mask, right? So if it is wearing mask and it is saying with the mask, in 20, suppose 19, in 20 images, 19 images it is showing correctly. 19 has to write here true positive. Next, one is what? See, one is true negative. See, even the person is wearing mask, it is showing like he is not wearing mask. So you have to write here, right? So 20 images are what? Without mask. So in 20, 18 are saying, in 18 cases, it is saying these 18 persons are not having mask. 18 are correct. 18 has to write here. So suppose two persons are not wearing mask, and it is saying these two persons are wearing mask. So this is what false positive. These guys are not having mask, but the system is saying these guys are wearing the mask. So this is false positive. So most of the cases 19 are correct, 18 are correct. What are the errors in these two cases? It is error. In this case it is error. So by taking this confusion matrix, we have to calculate the accuracy. See how to calculate this: 19 plus 18, 19 plus 18 by 19 plus 2 plus 1 plus 18. So in denominator we have like 40, numerator we have like 37, right? So 37 by 40, how much? By 40. Here the accuracy is 0.92. So we can say like 92% accuracy. We can believe this system. So I am closing this session. Immediately I will be sharing the link. Please rejoin. So in this manner, we can calculate the accuracy. If the accuracy is good, we can proceed with this system. If the accuracy is not good, what we have to, we need to retrain the system. We need to what? We need to supply more number of training images, right? We have to follow different algorithm, right? We have to follow different weight initialization techniques. We have to follow different weight balancing techniques. We have to follow what different number of epochs, uh, number of times we are going to train the image. We have to change that. Okay, I'll be closing this session. I'll be sharing the link again. Please rejoin. So in testing, we evaluate the performance of the system in this manner by calculating true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative. Then we can calculate the accuracy. If the accuracy is good, we'll be using the system, we'll be using that machine, we'll be using that deep neural network, right? We can use that deep neural network in our application. Suppose we have built it for ATM machine. So in back end, developer will do all those things. See, the person who withdraws the money from ATM machine will not do all these things. Who will do this? See, who develops the software for the ATM machine will do this. See, who will develop the software for the biometric attendance system will do this. Suppose if you want to keep the system in your shop, if you have some business, if you want to filter the customers, you can do this. If there are metro train stations there, you can put this system. So after doing this, after evaluating this, if accuracy is good, same code, same system, we can use that. So I have trained the system, I have tested the system, right? I got good accuracy, right? I have installed the software in my laptop. See, it has to access my webcam, right? It has to access something, right? It has to work in my laptop environment. I have to write few lines of Java code, right? You can you can download that code from anywhere. We have some public pages. If I need this code for this purpose, for reading the image from the webcam, you have to add that code to your AI code, artificial intelligence code. If you write that Python code, that is enough, right? If you can add JavaScript few lines, right? So it will read the images from the webcam, right? So here it is not actually testing. Testing was done. I got good accuracy. Now I'm what I'm using that system. I'm seeing whether the system is working properly or not. Right? Testing was done. I got good accuracy. Now I want to use that system for myself, right? I have installed that code in my laptop, right? So I'm showing this image. See, I have taken this screenshot, not exactly like this, right? I'll tell you how to use that, what are the softwares required, right? What are the things you require, I'll be telling you that. So whenever I'm showing this image, see, system is marking me like this. See, in JavaScript, you have to write whether it has to give output with the red line or green line with the what is the line of this red line, width of this line, and what it has to write here with the no mask or without mask or anything, and it has to give accuracy like this. So when I'm testing this, it is giving accuracy. It is showing with red box without mask, no mask, and it is giving accuracy. The system is having 100% accuracy in the training process, in the testing process. That is what it is showing here. Whenever I am wearing mask, see, I am showing this image to the system. It is showing with a green box. It is telling me that you are with mask. See, if you want to write any customized message like, hey guy, you are wearing mask, something like this, you can edit here in the code itself. It will be showing 100%. See here, the end user cannot do that. See, he cannot customize the messages and all. As a developer in the build, while building the code itself, you can do that, right? So in this manner, you can use anywhere else, right? This is the explanation of my project, right? If you want to add something, you can add that. You have to enhance something, that will be there always, even if you take a big research project, right? So that is the end of the project explanation. Then what? See, I have made some batches, right? I have posted in your group. See, mm, some students are not yet included. For them also, I'll be making some batches. I'll be sharing soon their batch details also. See, remember what? This is not academic project, not academic project, academic project. Then what is this project? See, you have this subject in your curriculum, right? I have to instruct you to write something. Suppose if the classes are going on regularly, offline classes in the college itself, you may be involved in the group discussions and all, right? You might be evaluated based on that. now we are not having chances like this, like seminars, group discussions like this, right? I should not, it is not good to instruct assignments, right? Not get anything from that. I have some liberty in the subject because this subject is not having any credits. So it is not academic projects, right? It is something different from your academic project, right? So as per your interest, by taking any small thing from artificial intelligence, you have to do some project, right? Based on that, I'll be evaluating you. I'll be giving your internal marks. I'll be giving your external marks, right? It is not academic project. You'll be doing your mini project and major project in your final year. That is there. It is different. So nowadays you are getting a lot of time, right? What you have to do is you have to do any small project, small or medium or big, in the domain of artificial intelligence. I don't mind whether it is machine learning or deep learning or data science project. Anything, anything you can do, right? Where will you get these projects, right? You can search in the Google. See, before the next class itself, you have to search that. You have to select something, right? See, I have made a group of 4 people or 5 people, right? In the group, one person may not have laptop. He can contribute in some other way. Suppose in the 4 persons, one person with the laptop is enough for executing the code and all, right? From your phone itself, you can search lot of projects. You can get ideas, right? We have lot of projects available in the internet. You may change that project. You can simply copy that project and you can add some few lines of code to that. That is accepted, right? If you have your own idea, that is also accepted, right? Software, what I have to do? I'm having low configuration laptop. See, I cannot run peak software tools. Then what is the case? See, then how can you, how can I execute the code of this artificial intelligence? See guys, for training this 1200 images, a normal system typically takes 5 to 30 minutes. You need not to panic in that. It takes lot of amount. Okay, in the last year lockdown, while I was doing some project by using local software tool, not software tool which is provided online, local software tool, for running that project has taken me 24 hours of time. Then I have realized, is there any other way for running this code, for using the software? If I have installed the software in my laptop, I have hardly some i3 processor and 4 GB of RAM. It takes lot of time. But when you go for an amazing software tool called Google Colab, Google Colab. Here, what you have to do is you have to open a new notebook. Will ask sign in and all for the person. See, what I'm saying is without installing any software in your laptop, you can use this Google Colab. It works. It works similar to your software which you are going to install in your laptop. Even if you install Anaconda and all in your laptop, it is somewhat better than that software. You have to write few lines of code. See here, runtime. See, hardware accelerator. You can give here TPU. That means it is far more powerful than your processor. That means it is like executing a code in a supercomputer. It facilitates you with free of cost. You need not to buy you need not to spend lakhs of rupees on buying a computer, buying a supercomputer. By opening this particular web page, Google Colab, if we use this, it saves a lot of time, right? Suppose in my local laptop, if it takes some 24 hours of time, if we use this particular Google Colab thing, right, you will be completing within half an hour, right? So whatever idea you have, whatever project you have, there are a lot of forums conducted by this Google. There you can go up, there you can download lot of projects. See, a simple project for identifying the vegetables. This is brinjal, this is potato, this is onion. That is also enough for me, right? You can download lot of projects from online. There you can get lot of ideas. So what I am instructing you is, what I am asking you is, in your project team, 4 members, right, try to share work, right, try to download projects, try to go through those projects, execute that project, right, prepare your document like 4 or 5 pages. See, like your mini project, your names and all one page, abstract one page, introduction, results and all 4 or 5 pages. Submit it to me. See, whenever you are getting outputs like this, take a screenshot, right? If you want any model documentation, I'll be sending you that. So I don't mind whether it is 1 page or 2 page or 3 page or 10 pages or 100 pages. Try to submit some document to me. Based on that, see, suppose in the worst case, if you are not able to execute any page, try to study one artificial intelligence topic, like deep learning is a topic, convolution neural network is a topic. So you have to make your document like your technical seminar. You submit it to me, right? Then I'll give your assignment marks. Then I'll give the internal marks. Then I'll give the external marks. First option is what? Doing a project. I don't mind whether it is small or large or big. Second option, in worst case, try to try to submit a topic from artificial intelligence in a document form. You need not to buy any softwares, you need not to install any softwares, you need not to buy any code. Just Google, use Google Colab, and also use Google for downloading projects. Try to complete that, right? If you have any doubts, I'll be explaining in next class. Be online for 2 minutes. I will be taking your attendance. So this is the end of the class, right? Try to come to the next class with some kind of inputs regarding project and all. If you have any clarifications and all, try to ask me in next class. I will be clarifying you that. This is the end of the class. We'll meet you in next class.